You ready?
Yeah.
What if you woke up one day and clock, your life was fucked up, and your life was fucked up. And now you're pretty normal, except what if you woke up one day, you have a strange obsession with every single person you meet on the street, boy, girl, man, woman.
Good. How are you?
Alright, gotta go to work.
Anything and everything you fall in love with.
Man, you look a little bit like Lil Pete.
Like real love, not that lust
And then you
shit.
just look up.
It's just a scab.
So why are you settling?
How am I settling?
Told you 2 feet. I was like, hey, listen, I work in construction. I know what 2 feet is. And so I...
Tell a real story.
Hey, you want to hear a real story? I was at my best friend's house, and his parents were doing heroin upstairs. They all OD'd. They had...
Is that a true ass story?
It is. There was 2 of them, and then they had a friend. The 2 of them kind of like nodded out OD, not in the sense of like overdosing on drugs.
They
but
did
on the
it
sense of,
together?
like, yeah, on the sense of like they were out of it. Third guy actually OD'd. He actually did too much heroin to where he was hyperventilating, respiratory issues. I guarantee he probably had a heart attack. So at the age of 15, and my friend was at the age of 14, we took them and we dragged them out the window and pushed them out the side of the window. They landed in the garbage canister that was, you know, aligned to our house, and we thought that was it about it. About 15 minutes later, we see a knocking on the door. It's the home guy. He said, yo,
I would overdose too.
he was awake. We thought he was dead. This motherfucker came alive and came to the front door, knocking on it, and was like, yo, what happened? And we were like, shit, man, you fell out the window. And so we took him back upstairs, and they were doing their fucking heroin or whatever they were doing.
Lust covers up for love in a pretty outfit when it knows it's just not as good. Ever since I was young, I fell in love with everyone. I guess my brain thought of a survival tactic for me in the form of photography and videography. I was good at taking photos, and when my subjects didn't know it, I would snap video as they spoke to get them for real.
With a fucking, yeah, go for it.
Wait, what'd you say?
I pierced my nose when I was 16 during my lunch hour, or whatever the fuck, and so then I took it out, like, cause the ring was just, like, god awful, and then motherfucking, after that, from that point, I, like, went back to go get this shit, and I just kind of, the dude kind of, like, looked at me. He was this man named Z, and he just, like, kind of said, like, if, yeah, like, you don't really got no, like, shit in your face or anything like that, so you gotta, like, like this is a pretty this is a lifer, and I was just like, okay. So I got this done at the same time, and they basically just like cut in. I'm like rambling. You gotta cut all this shit.
And I kept a treasure trove of candids stored in my many hard drives that I categorized and keep hidden. These are the VHS diaries. Those are just